So good day. I'm going to make the MUX3 or the multiplexer 3. So as you can see here, multiplexer 3 has three selectors here. The first input is an AND, the second input is OR, the third input is NAND, fourth is NOR, XOR, XNOR, the addition, and subtraction. So as you can see in this truth table, this is the truth table for three selectors multiplexer. So we have this, and this yellow part are the input. So 1 0 1 1 I0 I1 I2 I3 I4 I5 I6 and I7. So with this we can have the output of this. So we're going to make SOP equation, the representation of equation that is represented by SOP. So we have this equation. So from this equation, we can now make the circuit. So the circuit. So this is the SOP representation of the truth table. So as you can see here, so as you can see here, we've created the circuit. So now we're going to test it. So we can label it as S2. So these three bits will serve as our selector, while these are for the input. So as we can see here, since all the selectors are 0, 0, 0, then we can expect the first input must be our output. So as we can see here, this 1. So if we try to change the input, this is 1, we expect that the output of our circuit must be 1. So if we change it to 1, our the expected output must be the same for our second input. So as we can see here, this is 1 and this must also be 1. This is 0 and this must also be 0. So for the third, since our third input is 1, our output must be also 1. So if we try to make it 0, the third input is 0, therefore our output is 0. Now if we try to the fourth input, since the fourth input is 0, our output must also be 0. And since our fourth input is 1, our output must also be 1. Now, here for our fifth input, since it is 0, our output must be 0. Since the input is 1, our output must also be 1. For the sixth input, our input is 0, our output must also be 0. But if our input is 1, in the sixth input is 1, our output must also be 1. And for the seventh input, this is addition. So if the input is 1, 1 for our addition circuit, our input is also is 0, our output must also be 0. If we try 1, 0, our output must be 1, since the sum is 1, or the seventh input is 1. And lastly, for our eighth input, since our input registers a 1, our output must also be 1. That's all. Thank you.